Welcome back. So, I wanted to try something, and when I meet people who have never read the Bible before and they're interested, they want to learn about the Bible and they want to start reading the Bible, I always suggest that, well, this is before Torah portions. I always suggested that they do a proverb a day. And I just think it's a really good practice to get you into the word. And there are 30, is there 30 or 31? There are 31. Yeah, Proverbs 31. That makes sense. There's 31 chapters to Proverbs. So you have a proverb every day of the month. So I'm going to start and I'm going to read the Proverbs for the day. And you can repeat them every month. And each month, something new will come alive to you. Something new will stand out. And it's just the Proverbs are just a great place to learn because they really teach us how to follow the way. So I'm going to start with Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Shalom, that is Solomon. I use the Scriptures Bible. This is the 25th edition. I have a smaller, is it here? Hold on. No, I don't have it here. It must be on my bookshelf. It's a much smaller one. The reason I have this one is because it has large print and I have old eyes. So, all right, the Proverbs of Shalom, son of David, sovereign of Israel. He's when Solomon was the king of Israel. 2. For knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and direction to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. My son, heed the discipline of your father, and do not forsake the Torah of your mother. Torah meaning instructions. For they are a fair wreath on your head and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, and entirely like those going down to the pit. Let us find all precious goods. Let us fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us, and let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they hurry to shed blood. And in vain the net is spread, and in the sight of any that possess a wing. In the sight of any that possess a wing. For in vain the net is spread in the sight of any that possess a wing. And they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Isn't that one interesting? Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the broad places. At the head of the noisy street, she cries out at the opening of the gates, and in the city she speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, would you love simplicity, and shall scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? Turn at my reproof. See, I pour out my spirit on you. I make my words known to you. Because I call, and you refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no one inclined. And you spurned all my counsel, and would not yield to my reproof. Let me also laugh at your calamity, and mock when your dread comes. When your dread comes like a storm, and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish comes upon you. Let them all call on me, but I answer not. Let them seek me, but not find me, because they have hated knowledge and did not choose to fear Yahuwah. They did not accept my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore, let them eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own counsels. For the turning away of the simple kills them, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me dwells safely, and is at ease from the dread of evil. So that's Proverbs chapter 1. And isn't it beautiful? It was written for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge. So that is the purpose of the Proverbs, is to teach us and to give us wisdom and understanding and knowledge and discernment. So Proverbs chapter 1, and that you can read that on, or listen to this or read this on the first day of every month. And then I encourage you to get your own Bibles out and read with this. In the version that I use, it replaces it restores the original Hebrew names. So where I say Yahuwah, your Bible will probably say Lord or God. To me, it's important that I call him by name, especially as many times as it says in his word to call on his name and rejoice in his name. Lord and God is not a name; those are titles, and I just find it important to actually call him by name. So, have a blessed day, and I'm going to continue to record each proverb for the day, and I hope that you join me. Be blessed.